Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Now, today I'm going to talk about, can a Filipina change her sulking ways? By this, of course, we're talking about Tampo. Now, with Tampo, a lot of us would have heard of that before, that term before, and know that it's typically a Filipina behaviour that she does when she's not happy with something from her partner, her boyfriend, her husband, whoever it may be. She will go very quiet and maybe not talk to you for a period of hours or maybe days. So this is really a learnt behaviour from the Philippines. So it is a cultural behaviour in the context of a Filipino and Filipina relationship. So it's something she's learnt to do, and it's been accepted in her previous relationships that she may have had, or she may have learnt that by watching her parents do the same sort of thing. And a lot of the Filipino guys, they find it very cute and endearing, think, oh, she's just, being cute, wanting some attention, that sort of thing. And that's how the Filipinas also see it, is that it's my way of showing my disapproval for a certain behaviour that you have done. Now you need to come and make it right with me. Now, of course, in the West, we do things differently in relationships. We don't accept your partner running off to her room and just staying there for hours and giving you the cold shoulder treatment and basically ignoring you. To us, that is very rude, and we don't see that as a productive thing in a relationship. So the question really is, can a Filipina change the way she does that? Can she change her behaviour? And the answer, of course, is yes, she can do that. But she needs to understand why she needs to do that in the first place. To her, that behaviour is very, very natural. It's something that she's done for many years, and she doesn't realise the impact that it would have on a relationship with a Western man. She thinks all men are the same, so why would it matter? That's her world that she's been in. She doesn't know the culture and the way of things in your country. So the man has to actually sit down and help explain that to her, how it is different. Yes, I understand this might be okay in a Filipina relationship, but in a relationship with a Western person, it's not really acceptable. You would explain to her how we see it in the West is very controlling, manipulative, and childish behaviour. That's how we would see it. In the Philippines, as I say, it's quite an acceptable behaviour in a Filipina and Filipino relationship. So getting her to change that behaviour can take time. It's the same as any behaviour. It just doesn't happen bang overnight. Whatever behaviour you're trying to change, it takes time, and you have to be constantly aware of the behaviour you're trying to change, and you have to make efforts every day to change that behaviour. So the man needs to be a little bit patient too, but he needs to set these ground rules from when you first start going out together. You have that conversation, say, well, I've heard about this Tampo thing, what do you actually do that? And actually talk to her about how that's not going to be a part of this relationship if the relationship is to go forward. And look, she will have moments where she slips into that little Tampo mode, but you need to remind her that you're not in a relationship with a Filipino, you're in a relationship with me, and we need to come to a compromise on this. Now, a little bit of going quiet for a while, that's fine, for a couple of hours or so. That's just her having time to reflect on what's happened and how she's going to deal with it. Like most people in the world, need that little bit of quiet time when they're going through a difficult time. But when it goes on for many hours or days, that's when you've got the real problem. And this is what she needs to understand. Yeah, a bit of quiet time for yourself after when you've got a problem is okay, but after that we come back and we talk about it and we resolve the problem. That's what Filipinas are not really used to doing, is actually sitting down calmly and talking about their feelings and why what the problem really is and how we're going to fix it going forward. So you as the Western man needs to take the responsibility and the lead in helping her to change by pointing it out to her and giving her time to change, not just saying, I'm going to throw you to the curb, get out. This is after one or two times. It might take, this behaviour might come up 6, 7, 8 times before she actually starts to get a grip on it and change it. So allow that time, but ultimately, if time goes by and she hasn't changed that behaviour, then of course, if you're a person that's really annoyed by that behaviour, look, and let's face it, some men are not, some Western men are not. Some Western men, I've heard say, oh, well, that gives me time to go and do what I want to do. Or, you know, if she goes like that, I just go out the house and go down the pub with the boys and have a drink or whatever. If that's you, that's fine. But many men, I've heard on YouTube how it really annoys them, this behaviour. And if you're one of those people, then this behaviour continues in that relationship, then you may have to look at finishing that relationship. But the answer is yes, a behaviour that a Filipino or anyone else in the world for that matter learns, they can unlearn. They can unlearn if they really want to. And that's what it comes down. How bad does she want this relationship to unlearn that behaviour and create a new behaviour that's going to be beneficial in that Western man Filipina relationship going forward. So the answer to the question is, as I say, yes, she can change her sulking ways or her tampo behaviour. So if you've got any comments, I'd like to hear them below. If you've had experience with a woman with tampo, if she's changed her behaviour, if you've left her, whatever you've done, put your comments below. We'll be respectful as always, and of course share the video around with anyone who might like it. Give the video a big thumbs up, and of course hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell to get more videos. Thanks very much for your support and for watching, guys. I appreciate it very much. Take care and bye for now.